Hi friends, welcome back. So in the last session, we learned the what are the different challenges that we have to grab an opportunity in SAP. So let us learn the first concept. What are all the teams within the project? In any typical SAP, we should have the knowledge of teams within the project. So before going to understand the different teams within the project, let us try to understand the how a project will come, how a project will start. This process we should aware. This is called a pre-sales activity. Okay. So let me take a small example from our day-to-day life. Let's say here we have some land and I wanted to construct a home for me, and my budget is 25 lakhs. Out of this 25 lakhs, let me increase the font size. Okay. So out of this 25 lakhs, I am taking the 10 lakhs from my savings and 15 lakhs as loan. And I have my family, 4 members. Okay. And when it comes to future plan, I do not want to have one more home, and this will be only home for me. So I have land and these are all my budgets. So with this, if I believe in Vastu, I will reach out to one Siddhanti. If we are not believe in Vastu, we'll reach out to one civil engineer. Civil engineer is going to come and visit this land and consider these questions or this information. After 1 week, he will come back with a plan something like this. Hey Mahesh, here we are going to have a bedroom. This is a master bedroom and this is children bedroom. Here we have the kitchen. Okay. So next to kitchen we have puja room. This is one entrance for this room and this is one entrance for hall, and this is entire thing is a standing as a hall. Okay. This is entrance for to this particular rooms. Okay. So like this he is going to come back with the plan. So after getting this plan, this particular architecture or a civil engineer is going to give some the particular standards. So he will ask you to use only Tata Steel. He will ask you to use only Ultratech cement. Why he is referring only Tata Steel or an Ultratech cement? Don't think that they have some commissions. Okay, because they are into industry from long ago and they know the components within this, and it is clinically or it is technically approved to use that. So in simple words, we can call them as a best practices, or we can call them as a SOPs, standard operating procedures. Okay. So we should follow this. Once after getting this plan paper, you will hand over this plan paper to your civil engineer, uh, particular builder is going to construct the home for you. So this is how the construction of a home will happen. Now here you have a ABC limited company. This ABC limited company as of now using some X ERP. Now they wanted to install the SAP. They wanted to change this ERP from X to SAP. To whom they are going to reach out? To construct a home, you reached out to your particular civil engineer. He helped you with this particular draft and everything, and as per these directions, you constructed this home. Then who is going to install for SAP for this particular ABC limited company? Now they are going to reach out to a particular company that is called a consulting company. Consulting company. What are all the consulting companies? Whatever the MNCs that you are applying for jobs nowadays, all these companies are acting as a consulting companies. They are going to do the SAP installations for required clients. This company, whatever the company is going to install the SAP, that company is called as a consulting company. This will be acting as a client. So in that way you have the client and the consulting companies into picture. So ABC Limited company is acting as the client, and some X company is going to act as the consulting company. Now here you will have the first and foremost team is called a steering committee. Steering committee. Now what is this steering committee? Who is going to act as a members in this steering committee? Now if you observe, so for this particular steering committee, okay, steering committee, from steering committee, from client side, director, CEO, CFO, CTO, CIO, these members will be acting as the steering committee members. These steering committee members from the ABC Limited company is going to meet the consulting company. There will be a point of contact that is called a solution architecture. This is solution architecture, and the steering committee from this ABC Limited company is going to meet for the first time. That is called the kick-off meeting. Kick-off meeting. This is nothing but kickstart of this particular project. Okay, so these members will be acting as a steering committee. Do remember, we have the committees from the both the sides. One is from the client side, one is from the consulting company side. So in this kickoff meeting, they are going to finalize the objective of the project, scope of the project, budget of the project, manpower required for this project, database arrangements, everything they are going to kickstart in this meeting. Okay, in that way, as soon as they okay for this particular proposal from the consulting company, solution is architecture is going to hire the first recruitment in this particular project called the delivery manager. Delivery manager. So once the delivery manager is hired, they are going to hire the project manager. Project manager. It is not like that every project should have the delivery manager and the project manager. It is purely depends on the size of the project, budget of the project. If the project size is limited, only one person can be act as a delivery manager and the project manager. It is purely depends on the budget and the capital. It's purely depends on the size of the project. Okay, so this is how the steering committee comes into picture. So this is how we have the steering committee. Now the next committee we are going to have within the project is called the core team. Core team. Next team we will have within the project is called the core team. Now let us try to understand the core team. Who will be acting as the core team? Core team, from client side, core team will be end users. End users, who is going to we will call them as end users. The person who is using the end product will be called as a end users. So we have the AP end users, AR end users, GL end users, or a treasury end users. Like this, based on the different particular function, we will be having the different end users. So end users will be acting as the core team. Then who will be acting as a core team from consulting company? From consulting company, consultants will be acting as the core team. Consultants is of two types. One is called the functional consultant, another one is called the technical consultants. So you are aware, we will call all FICO, MM, SD, PP, PAs, like we have all these consultants, we can call them as a functional consultants. ABAPers will be called them as a technical consultants. Okay. So with this we have the second team within the project as a core team. Now what to do? We have solution architecture, we have delivery manager, we have project manager. These three personals hired this particular consultants. That is the reason when you are going to hired by any company, you are supposed to attend multiple interviews. First, your project manager will take your interview. After that, he will share your resume to your client. Client is going to assess your profile. That is the reason in SAP or any technology world, you are supposed to face the client round. Simply, he is giving you the salary and he wanted to assess your performance, whether you are capable of doing his project or not. That's it. Okay. Now, what these consultants and what these steering committee from consulting company is going to do? So now, please listen to this carefully. These consultants, these core team from consulting company, consultants, closely working with this particular end users. They are going to attend the frequent calls from the end users, that is called the requirement gathering. Requirement gathering. They are going to gather the requirements from this particular core team. So first they have the requirements listed with us. They have the requirements listed with them. These consultants from the consulting company side, they have the sound knowledge on SAP. Based on these particular things, they are going to prepare a document that is called the blueprint. That is called the blueprint. Business process document, they are going to prepare a document that is called the blueprint. This blueprint consists the two types of processes. One is as is process, another one is a to be process. So these particular consultants from the consulting company going to attend continuous meetings with these end users from the client side. They will gather the requirements. Based on their SAP knowledge, they are going to design the solutions within the functionalities available in the SAP. Based on these requirements, they are going to prepare a document that is called the business blueprint. This business blueprints contains the two set of processes. One is as is. So the current process which client is following. So as is process, in normal words, we can call them as a current process. To be process, we can call them as a future process. My sincere advice is that it is also a reason for not getting an opportunity, because when interviewer assessing your profile, they can simply assess that you are not genuinely coming from the SAP world, because you know the SAP. When you are giving the answers, unknowingly you will not use these technical words. You will discuss the things in a normal layman language only. Okay. So start using these technical words. Be familiar with these words. It will help you to grab an opportunity. So they are going to prepare a as is process and the to be process. Now here I have a question. Let's say client had some requirement. Based on this functional or a technical consultant's knowledge, they are unable to find a solution for a particular requirement. Then to whom they are going to reach out? Let me repeat the question. Client had a particular requirement. This particular consultant's not able to provide the solution based on their SAP knowledge. Client is not at all willing to accept the solution proposed by these consultants. He wants them to change that solution. Then to whom these consultants is going to reach out? Because we are human beings, it is not like that we should know everything in and out in SAP. Now we have a particular team called SMEs. We can call them as a subject matter experts. Typically, these subject matter experts are more than 15 plus years of experiences. These SMEs, usually you will get these SMEs based on the particular module wise. FICO subject matter expert, subject matter expert, SD, ABAP, like this you are going to get the subject matter experts. Okay, now you are a consultant, you are unable to find a solution for the client's requirement. In the same way, when you ask a particular question to the end user in this particular client side, they may not know the particular answers. Then who they are going to reach out? The way we have the SMEs in our module wise, here all the managers will be acting as the subject matter experts, like accounts payable manager, accounts receivable manager, treasury manager, okay, or RTR manager, like this. All these managers will be acting as the subject matter experts. So whenever you are unable to find a solution for a particular requirement, you are going to reach out to subject matter experts. We will be scheduling a call with particular SMEs and particular core team consultants, SMEs. We are going to group together, discuss the things in a forum, and we are going to make a conclusion. Again, let's assume, so here SMEs are also somehow unable to satisfy the client. Then to whom we are going to reach out? Of course, because don't think like that SMEs should know everything in SAP. They are also human beings. So whenever you are unable to find a solution for a particular requirement in SAP, you will straight away reach out to direct a company. SAP itself you are going to reach out. You are going to reach out to particular SAP. So for that we have called the SEN. Every client will get a login from this particular SAP. There you can raise a ticket detailing the, you can raise a ticket, right? We have this particular problem with us, we need your expert solution in this. So then SAP is going to give us one subject matter expert. We are going to have a call scheduled with us, so that we will be getting the solution for the requirement. In this way the project will start. In this way we have the different teams within n project. So now question is, you are going to show 3+ years of experience and you don't know anything about these teams and how it will work. How you can crack the interview? So with this we learn the different teams within the project. In next session we will learn about the different types of projects in SAP. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe learningbazaar.com. Please visit our website. Thank you. We'll meet in next session.